Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the Bio at the Buzzer channel. Before we get into this video, I do have to give you guys a quick apology about not uploading the last couple of days. I have been busy doing a lot of stuff between my family and obviously stuff on my main channel, so I do apologize about that. However, we are back with a banger video for you guys talking about Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Luka obviously has been very frustrated with the Dallas Mavericks, as well as guys like Kristaps Stats. He has been getting frustrated as well, and now there is the stepping down of their head coach, Rick Carlisle, who has been their coach for a very long time. So a lot of stuff is going down with the Dallas Mavericks, as well as their GM being let go of, and Luka was not happy about that. So we're going to kind of cover all that different stuff here in this video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and leave a like. But also be sure to comment down below what you guys think is going to be happening with the future of the Dallas Mavericks. So without further adu, let's get right into it. First thing you guys can see here up on the screen is Rick Carlisle stepping down as coach. Obviously, my man Woj, I say my man like, you guys know what I mean. Woj is the GOAT. But you guys can see here, Rick Carlisle obviously informed the Mavericks, Mark Cuban today, that he will not be returning as the head coach next season. He had 2 years left on his contract, I guess, and that is it. So he was the Dallas Mavericks head coach for 13 seasons, and he is officially calling it quits, which is a really big deal because, again, a head coach is really important, especially in the development of a young player. When you look at guys like Devin Booker, who has had, I think, 4 or 5 different head coaches already in his career, it really could mess with the development of a player. Now, I'm not going to say that Luka is going to get affected too much because, let's be honest, Luka is obviously an insane player, once in a lifetime talent. Obviously, he's not going to just fall off because of a new head coach, but obviously that is going to maybe affect his morale towards the team, maybe even towards the organization as a whole. And honestly, maybe Luka is going to want to leave in the future, but this is actually really big because, again, Rick Carlisle is a great coach. I think he's one of the more underrated coaches in NBA history, and yeah, he's gone. So the next thing you guys are going to see right here is the Dallas Mavericks' own Kristaps Stats is really frustrated, like I was talking about before, with his role with the team and in the organization. Now, I honestly understand this because, again, you obviously see the second part where it does say questions emerge about the chemistry with Luka. Now, it is a big problem because Kristaps' role that he did have with the Knicks versus the Dallas Mavericks are very different. I mean, when he was on the Knicks, he was their main guy. I mean, once Melo left, he was their guy. Like, he got the ball. He was able to run the floor. He was their defensive anchor. Like, he really just did it all for the Knicks. And that's the Kristaps that the Mavericks traded for. But they didn't put Kristaps in that same role. They made him a secondary player, which obviously if you have a guy like Luka, you're going to do that. You're not going to let Kristaps just take over or whatever. And that does make sense. You know what I mean? But my whole thing with this is, there's been tons of situations where Kristaps has obviously vividly, or, you can very much see that he's getting frustrated on the court because he will be open, with pick and pops, pick and rolls. And Luka is very selfish at times. I mean, he won't pass the ball. He would much rather take a step back, contest the jumper, rather than kicking it to a wide open teammate. Now, obviously, Luka is still a young player. He's not going to make the right read every single time. So, honestly, I'm not, complaining in the sense where, I think Luka needs to change. Luka is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, like I've already said. Obviously, I'm going to take Luka over Kristaps any day of the week. But I do really understand Kristaps' frustrations because he has proven in the past that he is a really good player. Now, I know the whole pandemic getting passed on to Kristaps joke and everything. But honestly, I don't really think Kristaps was as much to blame from what people were, saying. I think a lot of it came from the fact that people looked at box scores. But again, it's really hard to get a rhythm going when you're not really getting the ball. When you're getting the ball late in a shot clock and you have to, you have only 5 seconds to work with the ball. It just doesn't really, it's not going to show, obviously, in a box score. The shots that he's taking aren't the best, but not all of them were really his fault. Now, I will say there are faults to Kristaps' game that I think he does need to work on. He's a great interior defender as long as he doesn't get touched. What I mean by that is if somebody's posting him up, he gets bodied out of the way very easy, and that's just really not good when you're like a 7'3" center. You need to be able to hold your own, and on the offensive floor, he doesn't really drive in. The only time he'll drive in is if he is wide open, which, again, when you're that big, I really feel like you need to develop some type of post game. So maybe if he wanted more touches and wanted a different role, he might have to change his game a little because standing on the three-point line and just hoping to get the ball clearly is not working. Now, obviously, with Kristaps being on the Mavericks, he did put up 20 points per game with 9 rebounds, shooting about 37% from 3 and 47% from the field, which really isn't all that bad. Now, again, like I said before, the whole deal between Kristaps and Luka, that's clearly not working, and obviously you're going to favor Luka every single time. But Luka is definitely frustrated, and I've talked about this already, where they need to make a move. They need to keep Luka happy. If Luka wants to get out, that is not going to be okay. Now, obviously, Mark Cuban has spoken out already saying, oh yeah, that's BS. Luka is happy. He's good to go. But I don't know if that's necessarily all true. As I did say, they did actually end up letting go of their GM, which Luka was very clearly not happy with. He stated that he was not happy with it. And that is a big deal, especially with your, literal building piece. Like you have nothing, like you have other pieces, but it's your main guy. Like this is the one guy you have to make sure you hang on to. And clearly it is not working with Kristaps. So again, when you look at Kristaps in a box score, he doesn't look that bad. I mean, again, we can sit here and look at, stats all day. You look at Luka Doncic, his last year, I don't know what, hello, there we go. If you look up his last year, I mean, 27.5 points per game, averaging 8.5 assists with 8 rebounds. That is incredible. 35% from three is okay. 48% from the field is really good though. And obviously, he's your guy. You need to make him happy. The stats look great for him. They look great for Kristaps, but that duo is not going to work. I am going to be making a video talking about the trades that the Dallas Mavericks are going to need to make in the future here. And one thing I'm going to be talking about is Kristaps being moved. I know the Hornets have said that they've had an openness to trading for Kristaps. Do I think that's the best move for the Hornets? Not really. Do I think that could be really good for the Mavericks though? Yes, because they could possibly move Kristaps over there. They could maybe end up getting back some young talent, and maybe it actually will help the Mavericks in the long run. But you guys let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, man. What do you guys think? Do you think Luka is going to dip out on Dallas, or do you guys think he is going to stay there for the long run? I honestly think that he troops it out. I think this is just going to be like a minor, hiccup in his career. He'll be good. He'll be back into the playoffs, sticking with Dallas because Mark Cuban's a smart guy. I don't think he's going to let anything happen. I think Luka is going to be there for his entire career. Same thing they did with Dirk. I really don't think they're going to let him go, but hey, who knows? So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to kill a like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, peace.